G'day, welcome to another episode of Shit Hotels of Australia, where we travel this wide land staying in hotels and motels and hoping that they're not shit. But sadly, many of them unfortunately are. Tonight I'm in Tweed Heads, just south of the New South Wales-Queensland border, and I'm staying at the Calico Court Motel. So let's go inside and check out the room. So this is room 13. We've got a table, some easy chairs, a lounge suite, queen size bed, bedside tables, desk, TV, chair, fridge, microwave. He did say that cutlery available from reception, aircon, bathroom. We have nice bright bathroom. Dispensers, cupboard, ironing board iron, spare blanket, and as we are now south of the border, do we have a blanket on the bed? Or you have a very small quilt. So yeah, here for one night. And then heading further south to Port Macquarie tomorrow. Well, it looks like somebody at least is enjoying the pool. So connecting to the Wi-Fi was a bit of a convoluted process. So I had to go back to reception and he had to print me out a voucher with a separate password. But I am now logged in and it's connected. So we'll just now check out the speed. And let's watch this. Yep, works fine. So all augurs well for Wi-Fi. So now let's check out the TV. Okay, so what have we got? We've got free-to-airs. And where the Gecko is. We've got the 7s, so we just brought free-to-airs. It's not a smart TV. We've got the Wi-Fi, so that should be fine. Although I was just reading the Mercury's app on the tablet, and it was a little bit slow to load. So yeah, fingers crossed. And now for the Shit Hotels of Australia instant coffee test. And our old favourite, espresso. I specifically asked for espresso, and the Pacific is just over there.
You, what are you drinking?
Coffee.
What type?
It's an espresso.
The word is espresso.
But we all signed the No Bullying in the Workplace pledge, which specifically bans physical violence.
What did you say?
I said it specifically bans physical violence.
It's specifically, with an S, specifically.
So now we'll check out some upkeep issues. And to be frank, there really aren't many. I'm going to have to be reasonably picky. I mean, first up, I guess we could say the easy chairs and the lounge are a bit tired. I've seen better days. There's a few little dings here on this table. It looks like, I don't know whether something was mounted to it before. Bit of scuff marks on the bed head. The aircon is missing the vent flap thingy. And the bathroom is very good, although there is one thing. There is one thing about the bathroom. It actually smells a bit of poo. And it's not mine. Okay, I noticed it when I first walked in here. So I don't know whether that's the drain. But apart from that, the bathroom is very neatly done. The only thing would be that missing hook in the middle, and a couple of little dings on the side of there. So yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's not new by any means, but it's okay. So about half an hour ago, I went into the bathroom and closed the door, and I heard this bang, and I thought, what the bloody hell was that? And I looked around, couldn't see anything, and thought it might have been my backpack fell off the thing, but no. And then I just suddenly noticed this. The picture that was hanging up there is now down there, and I'd be sleeping down there. And let's just say that that would have been a little bit of a shock if it happened in the middle of the night. I wonder if it's happened to anyone else before. And the plot thickens because look, I'm not sure if you can make that out, but that's the string that actually snapped. So yeah, it just happened to snap. Thankfully, whilst I was still awake and not actually lying down in this bed. Well, I wanted to get some shots of the river just to pad this video out with a bit of picturesque stuff, but there's quite a few homeless people living down here by the river, so I didn't really want to infringe on their privacy. But yeah, it's a pretty sad state of affairs, isn't it? Yeah, living in a more shit hotel than I would ever be able to stay in. So yeah, just when you think you've got it bad, when you're staying in a crappy hotel, and I'm not saying that the Calico Court is, because I've only just arrived, but yeah, think about it, if you're staying in the worst hotel in Australia, you're still a step above someone who's got to live out of a fabricated tent or under a tarp. Should count our blessings, I reckon. And now it's time for the pirate score.
Drink up me hearty Joe.
So how does the Calico Court Motel in Tweed Heads stack up against the pirate score? First up, cleanliness and upkeep. It was old. You could see that the sofas and the chairs were tired, but it was generally well maintained. But there were two things. One, that poo smell in the toilet, and secondly, that picture fall. I mean, I was really, really lucky that that happened when I was awake and not when I was asleep in bed. So unfortunately, for cleanliness and upkeep, 1 star. Facilities. Well, it had all the basics. You had to go to the reception to get the cutlery, but it had easy chairs and tables. So facilities, yeah, 3 stars. Add-ons. Well, the pool didn't look really inviting unless you were a seagull, and it did have a laundry, but I wasn't sure whether it was accessible for guests or not. And it didn't look particularly grotty, and I missed getting it on film. So for add-ons, 2 stars. Entertainment and Wi-Fi. Well, TV was okay for a dumb TV. Interesting here in Tweed Heads, the ABC TV news was the Queensland news, not the New South Wales news. But the Wi-Fi was actually quite patchy, dropped in and out, so I had to resort to watching some downloaded episodes of Netflix. So for entertainment and Wi-Fi, 2 stars. Bed and bath. Okay, the bed was good, bed was comfortable, bed was warm. The bathroom had a plug, the bathroom had been renovated. I'm not a fan of dispensers, but it's neither here nor there, so bed and bath, 4 stars. Service. The guy at reception was really, really interesting, very friendly, very talkative, very into psychosocial conditions, and has a theory that people looking down at their phones all the time makes them depressed. I might look into that. But yeah, so service again, solid, 3 stars. Now, the value for money bonus. Well, at $156, that's the most expensive night's sleep I've had on this trip so far. So no, you're not going to get the bonus for value for money. And the earplugs bonus, well, the old highway was outside the door, so there was a bit of traffic. It was on the flight path from Gold Coast Airport, just up the road at Coolangatta. The fridge again, the fridge wasn't loud, had to leave it on, but no, there was an earplugs in night as normal for me, so no bonus there. So that's a total, solid 15 out of 30 for the Calico Court Motel. And I forgot to mention, I got some really nice Chinese from the Chinese place run by 2 people who weren't Chinese, just 2 doors down. So if you're staying at Calico Court, check that out. So yeah, so that's a wrap for this one. Heading further down the road again, next stop will be Port Macquarie. So if you've enjoyed this video, please click like, please subscribe, and we'll see you again somewhere in a hotel that's hopefully not one of the shit hotels of Australia. Thanks for watching.